Guys, I like the spotlight.
Guys, just cancel Andrea at this point. Like,
Low-key, I deserve it.
all right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. For today's episode, we got another podcast on the podcast. We got Las Platic. Alright guys, today for our guest, today we got another podcast on the podcast. We got Platiquitas Sabrosas, right?
So how our podcast came to be, we were actually at work.
Diego is supposed to be leading this.
To introduce you guys, we got Andrea.
Now I can talk?
Yeah, now you can talk.
Oh, yeah, my name's Andrea.
I'm Camila. I'm Melissa.
Yeah, and they're from Las Platiquitas Sabrosas.
Period.
Bro, it's gonna take me a minute.
It's okay.
But anyway, so if you guys want to talk about like how you guys started your podcast and everything.
We were at work.
I was actually barriendo. And I was like, cause we were talking shit. And I was like, oh, we should have a podcast. And my cousin was like, you know what, hell yeah, it should be named Platiquita Sabrosona. And then Camila was like, oh yeah, I could do the logo. And that was the whole story.
Yeah. That's where it all began.
Bro, that's looking how mine
Es que
started.
nomás nos las pasamos hablando en el trabajo instead of actually doing work.
And I was barriendo. I was like,
literally.
bro, a podcast would be good.
Yeah. And I had been like, como que yo like, I had been wanting to like do something like, I don't know, because I always like talk to myself.
Hey.
And we were all relating, so we're like, you know what? Why don't we just start a podcast?
Yeah.
Right.
So then that's how it happened.
Like, bro, I've been talking to myself and I'm like, bro, me caigo tan bien, like, no sé por qué no tengo amigos.
So how long have your guys' podcast been going on?
Yeah, probably like December.
Yeah, like before,
fairly new for sure.
Before you guys left. from
Yeah,
Mexico.
before we left to Mexico, we made one episode.
I do remember. I watched your guys' first episode at the gym. Like I was at the gym and I had your guys'
That shit was
video
lucky funny.
playing.
No, it's definitely.
Tuvieras cáncer.
¿Qué pedo?
I meant to say like, duh, live your life as if you're gonna die or something.
Right,
Like,
Right,
to the fullest.
You know what, hell yeah.
No, but our podcast is de esos podcasts que pones like cuando andas haciendo que hacer or something, like
Yeah.
washing the
Así como que
dishes.
quieres algo like espiritual, you know?
Yeah, because that's how I listen to your guys' podcast. Like I always, in all podcasts in general, I'll put it in the background and I'm cleaning or I'm like,
Same.
Yeah.
or I'm just at the gym or
Our
something.
podcast is so like eye-opening, you know?
Yeah. Some of your platicas I'd be like, you know what?
You know what? Hell yeah.
That's what we try. That's what we try for sure.
Yeah, because like in my podcast, I don't know what mine is. It's un poquito de todo.
Yeah.
It's at random.
Yeah.
But so we did have a couple topics we want to talk about on the video today. All right, we had to change the angle because I couldn't see them. But so who wants to start with the
With the what?
topic? So,
I think Melissa should
Melissa
start.
is prepared. She got the facts.
okay.
Okay, so the question for today is, ¿qué pasaría si todos decidiéramos ser la mejor versión de like each and every one of us? You know what I mean? Not perfect, but like authentic, like just truly being an authentic, genuine person. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? How would the world be?
Better place, Loki.
I think it would be a better place.
It's
Probably.
Probably.
it's because we get in our own way. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
being our best
We
selves.
sabotage ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. We get like individualistic mindset.
Yeah, and a lot of times people don't become their best selves until like they feel like they need someone there with them. Like whether it's like a friend or like in a relationship,
Yes.
for them to be them like the best selves.
And I feel like it
Yeah.
shouldn't be that way. Like,
No, because
be better for yourself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that just like makes you like depend on someone else.
Yeah, or you don't do it for yourself. You do it for the hoes, you know. For
Yeah.
So it's like igual te vas a quedar solo, you know,
Right.
for the hus.
Yeah, but oftentimes we seek exterior validation that you think que tú no puedes, o sea, que ocupas a que alguien te esté diciendo like, do this, don't do that, this and that, but no, literally the answer, or not the answer, but like, it lies within us, like, you know, all of the answers we seek to better ourselves. So I guess we wanted to talk, that question was just to dive into the topic, what makes you a good person? for this first part. So, what do you think makes a good person? Like, what kind of qualities do they have?
Empathy.
Yes.
Honesty.
For others? Or like...
Yeah.
Just
in general, like, what would you define a good person as, like, having?
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's because, like I would put, like, humble, someone that's selfless, put others before you, but at the same time, there's people that, like you put... There's people that don't know how to put, like, a limit to it, and they'll put others before themselves to the point where they're just, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. I agree for sure. We took down a couple of notes, so the qualities that we got of what is like being a good person is honesty. So being transparent, being authentic, and just talking with the truth. Like, I feel like sometimes people lie for no reason.
The little white lies.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah.
I was just about to say,
Sí.
No. Like, those, it catches up to you.
It does.
Sí, y like, aunque uno crea que no, like, you can easily tell when someone is trying to be a queda bien, or, o sea, que algo huele mal, you know? Not literally, but like...
Bueno, a veces la
A veces. No, like, siento, like, I feel like you just feel the vibe of the person.
Yeah.
Like, the way they carry themselves.
Yes, definitely. Or if you've been with this person in a different scenario and then you're with a different group of people and then they're being like just different.
Yeah, you can tell.
Like their whole
you're like
that's a whole ick.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, like how I had said in another video that mucha gente hace eso like para quedar bien because that's their way of like trying to fit in because they don't know how to
that's
like
true.
be themselves. Piensan que todos los van a juzgar.
Yeah.
And that's how you know you're with the wrong crowd because why would you be, you know?
Exactly.
Trying to make yourself fit into
For
their
some people
mold.
that-
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. The next quality that I had was empathy, as you guys said.
Yeah.
So, yo pienso que a veces nos hace falta ponernos en los zapatos de otros. Like, oftentimes we judge without, you know, just to talk the shit, or I don't know, because you think you know the whole story, but, you know, we never really do. We never do. So I definitely think people should be more considerate of like others' feelings, you know? Another quality I had is respeto. So I think this is where you say like sometimes people take being humble too far or like putting others before you. All these qualities go hand in hand with being a good person to others as well as to yourself. Because yes, oftentimes, yeah, you're a good person to others, but you're not that good of a person towards you.
Yeah.
So treating everyone and yourself with dignity, no matter what kind of circumstances. A veces nos tratamos muy mal o nos juzgamos muy mal, or we just set expectations for us that is, I mean, at the end of the day, we're human. Like, you know, we can only do so much at a certain like pace. So I definitely think we need to give ourselves grace a little more sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys want to say something?
No, yeah, like I agree. I just feel like I don't know. It's so hard with like everybody's like, because in society, like everyone judges. Like you can't.
And it's hard to define someone like as a good person.
Yeah, because you never fully know it. I guess this is what makes you a good person. Like, because at the end of the day, we can't like, who am I to say, oh, you're not a good person because of X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're doing this video so you reflect on your actions and the way you are as a person and see, do I have these qualities? Maybe I'm lacking in this department or something. I could work on my empathy. I could work on not being so much of a liar anymore. Or maybe like I can be a little more responsible in different areas of my life. So yeah, it's more so not to like point out who's a good person, but like
more for like a self-reflection.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Point at yourself.
Because some of y'all need it for real. Shit.
Yes, you
Not
gotta
to name names.
But then it also goes into like you could be like a really good person, and depending on who you're with, like they can take out the worst of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, bro, like, you know, it's kind of like going back and
You
forth.
kind of feel bad, like, damn, yeah. No, it really sucks when people do that sometimes, pero, o sea, that's why we have to give ourselves grace. We're human. Es normalísimo que nos haga imputar tal cosa, you know? Or, like, damn, they did me dirty. Like, that feeling of, like, revenge, say. O sea,
They do feel good though.
yeah, but...
Don't listen to her.
They do feel good. I'm not gonna lie.
But I mean, it's normal to have that first instinct of revenge.
You're also like not a bad person if you don't wish them the best.
No.
Like, you know,
you wish them
you did me
the
dirty, so
life
fuck
they
you, you know?
deserve.
Yeah.
You have two ways. You can either wish them the best or just don't at all. Like,
Yeah, but if you don't,
exactly.
it doesn't make you a bad person.
No.
Yeah, you're like sending that vibe to them.
No,
like,
you just don't give a fuck.
like I could be like, bro, Andrea, espero que te caigas ahorita, que te bajen las estrellas, you know? Y que me pase a mí. Huh?
I hope that right now.
Don't say that.
Don't say it.
No, es que sí. Like, I get it. A veces sí uno le quiere mentar la madre, pero you have to realize.
Like, gente sí se pasa, for real.
I
Sí
think
se
que
pasa.
sí se lo merece.
Sí, se lo
No,
merece.
yo no digo que no, pero a lo largo de su vida or the next or whatever,
A lo
like,
largo de su vida, like,
they're gonna get what they
Yeah,
deserve.
karma's a bitch. It's gonna come get
It
you,
always
regardless.
comes around.
Yeah.
Always
The thing
comes
is,
around.
like, you can, like, a ti te puede pasar cosas y a la persona no, and the whole time, like, you don't know what they go through, but you're like, dude, ¿por qué nada le pasa a esa persona?
Yeah.
It's like you don't see what's going
Exactly.
on.
No,
There's this like inner peace, like they don't
Yeah,
love
you look at them
themselves. They don't love themselves. Like se quedan
Yeah.
solos. They cry themselves to sleep at
Maybe-
night. They have
right.
depression.
Maybe nothing happens to them where you see it and you're like, oh, pa que se le quite, like that's what
You
was
know what?
coming
Hell
to
yeah, pa que se le
them.
quite.
But you know, like
Yeah.
mentally, they could be like alone or
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're just lacking in other departments.
yeah.
Another quality is responsabilidad. O sea, tú también cuando la cagas, like, admit it.
Admit
Oh
it.
my God, yeah.
Take
There's-
accountability.
Yes,
for it.
Yeah.
exactly. Like, ¿por qué te da vergüenza? Like,
Grow some balls.
Te
Be a
debería,
man.
Literally.
te debería dar vergüenza. Debería dar vergüenza hacer lo que hiciste en vez de, you know,
Lo que
like,
hiciste.
yeah, which, eso, me entendieron.
sí, sí. No, exacto. O sea, right. Why can't I call you out?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
pero
People-
a
yeah.
ti no te da vergüenza or like no te da algo de remordimiento por lo que tú hiciste.
Like they get mad when you call them out for something that they
Exactly.
did. You know, like or you get mad at what they did and it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow some balls.
Sí, o sea, ¿cómo se
And
dice?
admit what you did.
Exacto. Admit
know?
what you did.
Yeah.
Admit that you were wrong, and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
In this world, not
And
a lot
if
of
you
people ask
you
for
meant to
forgiveness.
do it, say it too.
then stand on that business.
Yeah.
No, literally, y ya para saber, pues, para ya no juntarte con
Yeah.
esa
Right.
persona.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people that like will think that they're like this big person y que no sé qué, but they can't do the smallest thing to own up to
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like, how big of a like,
Literally, the smallest thing is
Yeah.
literally like asking for forgiveness.
and it's worse, especially when you know what you did and you're conscious of what you're doing to like it doesn't have to be towards a person, but just in general, something that you're
Yeah.
doing that you know is wrong and you can't own up to it because you think you're like, I don't know.
Your ego.
Yeah, yeah. Your ego gets in the way.
You think you're the shit. No, you're just shit.
Who are we talking about?
You're just shit.
She always throws shade. I guess
If the shoe fits, put it on.
you're right. You're right. So the last quality that I have is authenticity. Just be real and be loyal to the type of person you are.
Yeah.
Like, don't be ashamed for being a good person. Don't be ashamed for doing X, Y, and Z. Like, si al final del día no le está haciendo daño a nadie y, o sea, like, just be real. People, like, will 1,000 times prefer to be friends with you if you're real and genuine.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter what. O sea, hasta lo más X, like let's say me. You know, we're friends. And I'm always late. You guys are like, God damn. Yes, it's something that I work out, you know, I need to work on. But like, you know, you guys still love me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're gonna.
Do I now? Do I?
I don't know. I don't know.
But that's where the part comes in where you guys should tell her, you know, like, oh, esto.
Yeah,
instead of,
like,
holding,
yeah.
holding it in, and it just becomes more and more and more.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like, just, hey, ¿sabes qué? Like, ponte las pilas. Like, we're always waiting on you.
Yeah.
You know, this
Like,
and that.
leave her behind if she's like.
Yeah.
Like, we love you, but you need to work.
No, literally. Real, you know, seriously, call your friends out. Por eso son los amigos.
Yeah.
Porque a veces siento que, like, you're friends, pero no te atreves a decirles cosas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, as simple as, like, oh, like, they have something in their teeth. Y por no hacerlos sentir mal, you're like, oh, I don't want to say. No, like,
I would be like,
be a friend. Like, hey, you have something in your teeth. That's just a small
Right,
example.
or like she has like cilantro. Tú también ponte cilantro para que las.
Being loyal to the type of person you are.
Yeah, being loyal to the type of person you are.
Honey.
I'm so sorry.
Because like low-key, the only person you're hurting is yourself, because you're gonna put yourself like in this position where you're surrounded with people
You're just
that
gonna be miserable.
are completely nothing like you.
Yeah.
Y it's just
Sí, o sea, por complacer. A veces la gente, like, what I've noticed, because I always, like, I, like, self-reflect a lot, and I'm like, you know, it's crazy how I was like this when I was a kid and now I'm an adult. I think it's very easy en el transcurso de, like, being a kid to a teen to an adult, como que vas perdiendo cosas de ti por fit in, which is normal. Like, every young person ever will always try to fit in because, you know what I mean? That's just natural. Like, it's just a weird phase in life, for sure.
You just grow older and you, like, leave things behind you, become, like, differently. But there's also that thing where I've met people that when I had first met them, they were like super genuine, they were really humble, y que no sé qué, like they were really good people.
Yeah.
And over the years, like they've become like less and less.
Como mamones, ¿no?
Yeah. And you ask them like what up, like, ¿por qué has cambiado tanto? And they'll be like, oh, it's because la gente me maltrata. Pero that's where you like reflect and you're like, bro, la gente con quien ando, like they're treating me bad. I should just, you know, ¿pa qué andas?
Exactly. But not only that, I mean, but like, why are you in victim mentality? La gente
oh my God,
me trata mal.
The víctima is crazy, bro.
No, literally, like, I'm sorry, I get it, like, this shit happened to you, but don't blame it on them.
Yeah.
Why are you allowing these people who have no input in your life, why are you letting them change the way you are as a person?
Exactly.
That's why oftentimes, okay, maybe you're not insecure physically, like looks wise, but you're insecure in some other areas that, you know, you just try to change your whole personality.
No.
Exacto, por fit in, por caerle bien, por aparentar ser, you know, este tipo de persona. But
it's more like I feel like people do that to protect themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Maltrato, pero it's like you're hanging out with a crowd, te maltratan, so ahí andas, and then not only do you change yourself, you start treating the people that were treating you good badly too. So it's like you're spreading that around, y así quedas mal, and then you're just like, well, no one likes me, que no sé qué.
It's just a cycle.
Have you ever reflected that you might be the shitty person?
Exactly, like. Me está dando ansia.
Oh, for real.
No, but that even goes to the fact that like you could be so good to someone that they're so blinded by like the hate around them that they don't see, like, you know, like
for sure.
Exactly, and then
they start reflecting that onto you.
It's crazy.
And then when no hacen caso, like no le hacen caso a los de allá, vienen acá and, you know, like llorando, and it's like the same cycle again.
Exactly.
So like that's why, like, you as a person, I mean, you have to put like a stop to it. Like, o me respetas o la chingada, you know?
Literally.
But again, there's people that victimize themselves, so they won't even see it in your point.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, pues es que
so no tiene caso seguir.
Yeah, that's
There's
where
literally dándote con esa persona.
I don't, because there's very many different situations. Like, we're not talking about like, I don't want to say like domestic violence.
Yeah.
This is a completely different. No. We're saying like
friendship wise.
Friends like, they used to be my friends, but they did me dirty and blah blah blah, and like it's this cycle of like your friends are like siempre son los demás y no tú. You know. O sea, también acepta que a veces
you're the problem.
La cagaste.
yeah.
And in like in the victim world, they'll be like, oh well, it's because you guys treated me bad, so I'm gonna stop being like this. Pero just like
Right.
why are you still
You
with that people?
literally like at the end of the day, like revenge really like gets you nowhere. Because at the end of the day, you literally have nothing to prove to anyone, not even your parents. So why am I wasting my time and energy hating on someone or trying to get revenge when at the end of the day, like, ¿qué chingados va a importar?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be a better person? Am I gonna be richer? Like, is something actually gonna happen? No, just like, o sea, deja eso en paz y ya, o sea, sigue con tu vida, like the next thing, just focus on being better.
Yeah.
You know?
Even going back to like revenge, like in the moment you probably like, oh, like esto le va a doler.
Sí.
But if you pop someone's tires, they're just gonna get their tires changed, like regardless, or they're gonna get like a restraining order against you. So who's the one losing,
Right.
And then in a couple years from now, that revenge that you did isn't even gonna matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be irrelevant. So
No, literally, like.
But it felt good at the moment, didn't it?
in the moment, even like that, like pasatiempos, like te juntas con gente que tú sabes que you don't matter to them, and they treat you like shit, pero because they have like something cool, like
stuff.
Like Andrea has a helicopter.
I do.
And you treat me like shit, pero ahí ando porque pues tienes
I've been having my
as a pasatiempo.
Te humillas.
Yeah.
Yeah, pero tú sigues ahí because you wanna like be cool with them,
Yes.
or
Yes.
it's
Honey.
No, it's
So
crazy the way, like, the lengths people go
Life goes.
no, yeah, it's crazy. It's so hard. Like for something like that, you need to start from the very beginning. Once it first starts, because then it just adds up, and you're like, oh, pues esto pasó. This has happened to me. They did this, and it's just like te haces bolas basically.
Yeah,
so
that's
there's no end to the cycle.
No, that's why you just gotta focus on you. Like, la neta te tiene que valer madre, like.
What other people think.
Exactly, like.
Of course.
But obviously, volviendo a lo mismo, being a good person, no siendo mamón y like, nah, me vale madre y todo este pedo, no. Like, be a good person, like, mind your own, stay in your lane, just
Stay out the way.
Yeah, just focus on like creating a fulfilling life for you at the end, because a veces uno like, okay, I've done this to fit in and I fit in. I got this now. I got all the money.
But
like
you're not
you
happy.
have it all, you could say, but you're not happy. Like you feel a void.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because you're back to square one or even worse. Because you don't feel happy.
You've worked on your image for everybody to see you like a certain way, but at the end of the day, cuando estás solo, like, when you're alone, you're miserable. You feel like you don't have anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, not only like having somebody, like feeling alone because you don't have anybody, but like you don't feel happy with yourself.
And you're not comfortable being by yourself.
Porque
If you're not comfortable with yourself, you start feeling voids.
Yeah, porque, o sea, tú tienes que sentirte a gusto, feliz, satisfecho, estando tú solo, sin nadie más. You don't need a partner. You don't need, oh, when I have a partner, I feel like this. No. Tú solo, you have to feel happy and satisfied. I'm not happy every like 24/7, but you have to feel like pretty happy with your life. So you're like,
when
damn.
you feel happy with yourself, all the good things start to come into your life.
Yeah, that's even the fact that they say like you can't love another person until you love yourself.
Exactly.
And if you're with someone while not loving like yourself, you don't like that person. You're just there por costumbre.
Yeah, you're there to feel someone's comfort. Que tienes a alguien ahí.
Yeah, or you might love them, pero their validation is never going to be enough for you. No matter cuántas veces te digan, no, you're beautiful, or I love you so much.
Yeah, because if you don't believe it, then
exactly,
he or she can't believe it for you. So.
Exactly. Oh, what good.
Bro, we're such like, ¿cómo se dice? Like prophets.
What? No, that's not it. What's the word?
No, like psychics. Wait, no, tampoco.
Like therapist?
Therapist? Yeah.
That was a very off.
I'm so sorry.
We're like prophets.
So, what are you ask us? What are some questions? What are some habits we can start doing to better our lives? Well, we're glad you asked. Well, what you can do, smile more. You wouldn't believe, just literally being in a smile all day, like people will just be nice to you. You're just gonna attract that good energy you bring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't be scared of smile wrinkles because you're gonna age regardless. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, literally. If you have a good skincare routine, you don't have to worry about
if you see someone
wrinkles.
cute on the street, be like,
Or
it works for me, guys.
Or
Trust.
just think of the fact that like the difference here, like how we live in the U.S., nadie se saluda en la calle. Pero when you go to Mexico, everyone's like, oh, the vibe is different.
And
But
you don't know what that person is going through. Maybe a smile like lights
Will
up their
bright,
day.
literally.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Or
la
compliment
neta
or
que
Nunca
sí.
sabes por lo que está pasando la gente.
But you're 1,000% right. Why does it feel better? Because literally the fucking frequency is higher.
Yeah.
Because everyone is so amigable. It's so like there's just so much community and unity.
Yeah.
Shit, whether it be fake sometimes, pero o sea,
Still feels nice.
no, literally, o sea, que ay, buenos días, adiós. Like little simple stuff like that.
Desgraciado.
It's even besides the fact that everyone from here goes to the same place over there at the same time.
Nadie se salva, for real.
Todos like
Pero te apuesto que a veces la misma gente de aquí, o sea, aquí ni se hablan y allá, you guys are like besties.
you run into them here y todos se esconden. They're like this, o no se quieren ver. Pero allá todos
Allá
hablan de
todo vale madres.
Right, especially
Porque lo que pasa en México se queda en México.
That's great. But that even like we say that like the energy in Mexico is way better, but because we're the ones putting it out there, we're the ones doing the energy. It's not because like hay perros sueltos everywhere.
No.
It's because we're doing that. You know?
But it's also like a placebo effect at the same time because you're like it's better over there, so you're
It's
instantly
responsibility.
exactly you're instantly in a better mood. Like
the sun is out.
You're literally cheating your mind. But this is what we're telling you to do here now today. Cheat your mind. You can achieve
Don't
this
cheat
type
on
of
Right.
someone. But cheat your mind.
Yes, exactly.
Please don't cheat on anyone.
Another small habit that you can incorporate today: be patient. Everyone is dealing with some type of shit, o sea, behind the scenes. We need to be more patient, more forgiving, you know, just, escucha sin juzgar. El mundo necesita más comprensión.
Right.
So, I agree, communication is always key in any type of relationship.
But there has to be understanding.
Yeah, 'cause you guys can communicate all you want.
But if you guys don't understand each other, like, bruh.
Yeah, if you guys... No, yeah, but... O sea, el no juzgar, or like, por ejemplo, because...
Escuchamos y no juzgamos.
Sí, exacto. I know a lot of people that, you know, they're like, oh, you can always tell me anything, like, I'm here for you. But at the same time, why are you telling my business to someone else when I told you, en confianza, you know? And it's like, o sea, that's why, like, everyone needs to be more authentic because it's kind of scary, not scary, but, like, it sucks that you can't truly be authentic y, like, decirte, ¿sabes qué, Diego? La estoy pasando de la chingada. This and this happened. You know, it's sad that sometimes you can't say that because you're like, damn,
they're gonna
la cagué, le va a decir a fulanito. You know what I mean? So just listen and don't judge y cállate, like no one needs to know.
This is sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
But when the chisme really good, bang. Sometimes
the chisme is too good. So another habit that you can do is help when you can, when you have the chance, ayuda. Like no siempre busques hacer algo, un favor or something para luego decir, ay, pues sabes que como yo te ayudé, ahora tú ayúdame a mí. O sea, no lo hagas en la manera like transactional. I don't know if that was the right word.
Don't do something to expect something in return. You should just be, you know, like.
Que venga del corazón, y si no viene del corazón, no lo hagas.
Exacto. Like, let's say it's your day off. and your grandparents or your tíos, they need some help like around the house, like yard work, you know, ya están más grandes. Why not just help them out? Like, nada te cuesta. I mean, of course, if they were terrible people, then don't. But like, porque siento que like ya ahora en día, like, como que we tend to forget our elders.
Yeah.
So I think like helping them in different ways, like it's a nice moment that you can share with them to like bond with.
Yeah.
Porque a veces, like for example, my mom's like, ay, a veces duras toda la semana y no me visitas. Y a veces it's because life is so fast paced. Like I'm like, damn, that's right. Pero a lo mejor ella, she's like, ay, ya no me visitas. So that's why I'm always like, I don't know, or sometimes I just want to be home. Like I don't want to be doing anything.
Yeah.
It's because sometimes it feels like you don't have time for anything.
Yeah,
so it goes, like, so fast, and then para la otra persona.
No.
And then for the other person, they're like, damn, like
they don't visit me anymore.
Yeah.
So definitely, like when you have a little spare like time, like just reach out, just be like, hey, you know, this and that. Or no nomás ayudar, pero like maybe you haven't like kicked it with this friend in a while because life gets in the way. Hey, you know what? Like I have, I don't know, 30 minutes tal día. Like you want to get some coffee, you want to do this and that. You do have to like schedule the times you see your friends. Well, that's what I've been
my
doing.
friend like once every 3 months. We catch up and then lo mismo otra vez.
That's
Ghost.
even like for me, like the fact, like if someone was to reach out to me, be like, oh, I'll make time for that person, but I can't think they won't make time. They'll be like, oh, it's because I'm really busy, or when they're not busy, they won't even reach out.
Yeah.
And then there's people that will make time.
Yeah, or they'd be like, no puedo salir hoy, ocupo ir a sabe dónde, and then they put that they're at like a party or whatever.
At the
You're
club
like,
or
No, yeah, that's different. That's like those people ain't worth it.
For real.
Pero sí hay gente que like, you know, like you don't, o que te pones mal or something, like little stuff that like just adds to it. Like maybe some people are like, ay, este culero, they don't want to hang out anymore. Pero pues a veces like sí te está cargando la chingada and you're like I promise I will, but like you just
like,
can't right now.
I'm just the type of person that will make time regardless.
Yeah.
I work every day and I'll be like, yeah, after work or before work or you know, like even on my day off, I'll be like,
why don't you come to Jackson?
So now vamos a hablar de different theories. So the first theory we're going to be talking about, so we're going to get into scientific terms here for a quick sec. We're going to be Bill Nye. What is a string theory? It is a theoretical physics concept. So what it does, it aims to explain how the universe works at its most fundamental level. What does it mean? At the most simplified level. So what is the string theory? So vibration determines like different properties of a particle they represent, like mass and charge. So
I feel fine, class.
So the string theory, because a lot of people always think the string theory is this concept, which I think it's what most everyone thinks, but the string theory is like the umbrella of what you guys think is a string theory. So the string theory, I'm sorry, I'm saying this way too fucking much. It attempts to unify general relativity, which explains gravity and the universe on a much bigger scale, and quantum mechanics, which describes subatomic particles. So, you know, the more nitty gritty. So for the string theory to work, you need more than like 3 dimensions, which right now we're living in the 3 dimension. And this is what we only can perceive, like we can't see 4D, you know what I mean? So for the string theory to work, you have at least 10 or 11 dimensions, but they're so intertwined with our current dimensions, we can't see it. So some versions suggest the existence of the multiverse with its own set of physical laws. So, por ejemplo, in romance, different people vibrate, you know, at different energies. So this all bases on your personality, on your likes, on your experiences, on your emotions.
I feel that's where the phrase comes in, that you just click with a person.
Exactly.
You guys are so alike.
No, that's exactly the example that I have. The way two people can like click, they attract. Or when you feel like, I feel like I've known you for the longest.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that energy, literally, it just attracts. We are science, guys. You believe it or not, like, that's why I could just get into this. Like, all your habits, whatever, everything is connected.
Juicy topic.
No, it has so much.
There's so much to.
Yeah, so much to, you know, explore. So a lot of relationships, they have unseen layers. They have, like, an emotional depth that maybe is not being like talked about, subconscious connections, and personal histories. So it operates within multiple dimensions of thought, feeling, and experience. Here it is. Have you ever felt an unexplainable bond because maybe it's happening in another tiny dimension that we're not perceiving, but it's there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
Or some people may be like entangled across different lifetimes. So, but this is where quantum mechanics comes in. This quantum mechanics says particles can be connected with a big distance in between them. You know, a veces la gente, por ejemplo, mamás que sus hijos se van a tal lado. I've heard a couple different stories que like algo le pasa al hijo and the mom just knows, or the mom just feels.
That's even like with couples, sometimes like the husband can feel their wife's pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
Like their cravings, or like
or
even
sometimes the cravings.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Isn't it weird how so connected we are?
Yeah.
So por eso we always
At the same
have
time,
to.
it's kind of scary.
It is scary. That's why we have a big responsibility, because all of us humans are connected
to another person.
That's another topic
It's
that I
all
can get
energy,
into.
basically.
It is frequency and energy. The world is literally geometría sagrada. Like, we are mathematics, we are science. Like, there is, I don't know, this is like, it's just so like, you can't even like see it in your mind, because it's just so much.
Yeah.
So the idea of a multiverse says infinite versions of reality exist simultaneously. So maybe you can have different love stories with different people. Maybe you're with the same partner in different like dimensions, and you know, it is meant to be. Maybe in another lifetime you and someone are like this, and in this one you're just strangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every choice, everything you do, it branches into a new possibility, into a new reality.
If you feel a strong connection with someone, it's por algo. Regardless of if it's a friendship, if it's a like relationship, you know, like if you truly feel a really strong connection with them, it's probably that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes like some feelings are unexplainable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's scary, it freaks you out, but
you just click with the person so fast, it's unexpected. And then there's others that you don't even click with. You don't.
You don't feel anything. So that's why, like, relationship wise, like, definitely listen to yourself and feel yourself.
Que conectes at that level.
Sí, quizá tú quieres a alguien más, but you physically don't feel it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
that has a lot to do with the relationships.
Yeah,
People
like, cada querer es diferente. Like,
sí.
A una persona la misma, you know.
Everyone is different. Yeah, for sure. So, so now this is what people. I mean, technically it is the string theory, but this is the more specific term. So, quantum entanglement in relationships, when two particles become linked no matter the distance. So, this is what, for example, I saw a TikTok of this girl that was like, oh, my now husband was my mom's student, and she's like, I wish my mom would have met him. And then she saw, and her mom that died was his teacher in kindergarten.
Oh, I saw
so
that one.
This is what like kind of explains that, like that entanglement in the particles. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or a veces maybe you're, you know, people always talk about right person, wrong time. But no, a veces your connection is dormant until the right circumstances, you know, están pasando. Porque a veces sí hay, like, there are those love stories where, you know, they were probably dating this time and they were just not good. Like, it was just not good. Y a lo largo de la vida se reencuentran y todo el pedo, and now they're like, wow, a completely different couple.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, right person, wrong time. A veces sí es porque la vida pasa, and, you know, we're always evolving. Like, change is inevitable. There is no like, you can never stay still. Life is always changing and you have to keep up. You can't stay put, or you can't stay put even in your morals, not morals, but like in the way you think and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely harder when you get into a relationship with a whole other person with many different thoughts, many different feelings. O sea, a veces uno no quiere hacer, a veces maybe stuff is like toxic because not that they have to work together, but they have to like work by themselves, like do that internal work to better yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. And so yes, there's just many different versions of reality, but sometimes life loops right back around to one like that could have been, but since you did this, you know, you didn't. Does that make sense? But then something happens where you're like, oh, so like it was meant to be, you know, with this person or whatever.
Yo siempre he dicho, like, lo que es para ti siempre va a estar. Pase el tiempo que pase, pasen las personas que pasen, like, what truly is for you, it will always be there. Like, life will encargarse de poner todo en su lugar.
Yeah. Do you guys have an example of a string theory, like, that's happened to you?
To us personally?
Yeah.
Us personally?
I have one.
Think so.
I don't know. A ver, platícanos la tuya.
For me, well, it's more like when the cousin-wise, how you had said something about, like, so she had come over. I had met a cousin that I've never seen before, and they've come like to visit the family, and in that time, you know how like wrong time, what is it, right people, wrong time?
Right person, wrong time.
And that time, like, I was more of a like only for these cousins, and then I was really to myself.
Yeah.
And when she came, it was more, she was like with the older cousins and everything.
Yeah.
Even though me and her were closer in age. So it was like in that time that she was here visiting, we would never talk like at all, and we just would never, like, we would hang out
acknowledge
together.
each other.
Yeah, we would never acknowledge each other, and I was just, to me, she was just there.
Yeah.
And then like years passed by, and for some reason I don't remember how it happened, but I had gone to Mexico, and we like talked or something, and we clicked, así.
Yeah.
So we still talk about to this day, like, oh, it's crazy how like back then, like, we didn't even, like, you know.
It's just kind of like me and you.
Yeah.
Really?
Now that I'm thinking about
we grew up. Well, okay. Well, she's not my cousin, but like she's my cousin, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like different families. So like I grew up with her, but like no coincidía con ella.
Yeah.
Y tampoco con esta Melissa. But since we all work together, like we just like clicked.
Ever since like work.
Yeah, and now they're just my besties, and you know.
Yeah.
That's it's
Yeah.
it's
Like
crazy.
we all grew up together, but
Nunca hablamos.
Like, we grew up together but separately.
Yeah.
Even like with Camila, because she's younger than me,
she's
so
younger,
I always hung out with my older cousins or the ones my age.
But I'm like, damn, why didn't I hang out with you guys sooner?
Yeah, it's like that. Like
At its time, queen.
Yeah.
like I've had friends that like have always been there in my life, but we had never acknowledged each other. And then, like, looking back, we were like, whoa, we were always there. Like they were always there. Like I had a friend that was like in church. We were always together without acknowledging each other. Like we were in a group, and they'd probably sit right next to me, and there's pictures and everything, and we just never talked. We never I never even noticed the person, and then we somehow clicked, and then years later we became friends, and we just looked back, and it's like, what the fuck, you were always around. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, and then somehow we're all connected. And,
You meet them when you're supposed to, like you.
Like you just maybe you just had that growing up to do.
Yeah, like I still remember that time that we met and everything. Like it was just It's mostly, I'd say it's mainly 3 people in my life that I've always had, like, I felt like the string theory applies to, because they've always been around and somehow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then somehow all 4 of us are connected, so it's.
I just thought of it. I was thinking about it. So when I was younger, my uncle, he used to work at a restaurant, and I'm talking like I was probably like 10. You know, like I was a kid. My dad siempre hacía lunadas in the summertime. Oh, I miss those.
Oh,
what is
yeah.
Like a bonfire.
A bonfire,
Your
yes.
dad made one after mi primera comunión, and that was like the highlight of my primera comunión.
No, I miss I love the bonfires. Pero ya siempre que cada viernes or something. Así.
I'm like,
Oh, bro, they always fall.
Hacía lunadas, and like he invited like his friends, whoever. Yeah. And it was just a good time. And my uncle, he would always bring this guy, like his coworker. Y no, pues, yeah. I mean, I could say there's nothing wrong, but why even say names? So he would always bring this guy. Pues se hizo amigo de la familia, like de my dad y todo el pedo.
Yeah.
Y ya pues pasan los años y la vida, and then I start dating his cousin, and then like de no verlo, like every time I'm in Mexico, I'm always seeing him, and it's like, ay, sí, ¿te acuerdas cuando? I'm like, that's just so crazy how you went to like my dad's bonfires. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now we're here chilling.
Yeah, everyone's like, it's so weird.
Everyone's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with the people you don't want to be connected
Yeah, honestly.
No, have you had one? Have you had a? It can't be that bad.
Oh, it's bad.
What? Tell us.
It's not bad.
He'll bleep it out if
You know.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to say?
No. Hopefully this advice helps you guys out in the future. Y si no, pues, no hay pedo.
No hay pedo.
No, we have fun doing this. That's the whole reason why we do the podcast. We
just like
talking the shit and just having a good time.
Yeah.
And we do it para que a lo mejor se les pegue algo de lo mucho que decimos, because we talk a lot. But just try to be a good person. Why be fucking shitty? Why be a pick-me? Why, like, please live your own life. Stop seeking external validation.
No one cares about you. Wait,
That's not true.
No one cares what you do.
I don't know about all that, but
No one cares about you.
if you're gonna do something bad, don't let it affect other people. Don't do
Or
something
just
bad
be
to affect
sneaky
others.
about it, you know?
Yeah, but like,
Just don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
no, pero o sea, honestly, like, be a true, authentic, and good person. Like, verás, when you are, like, you manifest money, because people think you can just manifest money. Like, no, you gotta be a good person. You gotta attract this shit. So just be a good person, be a good neighbor. Like, please pick up the trash on the floor. There is no reason why this world has to be so damn dirty.
Yeah.
Por favor, ven basura, recójanla, tírenla. Don't litter. Take care of this world. Take care of this planet. And let's take care of each other.
Yeah, because good people attract good people in your life. So if you're good, you're going to attract good people. If you're shitty, you're going to attract shitty. And then that's why you're like, bro, everyone's so shitty. You know?
Yeah. You attract what you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
See your life. See why shit doesn't work out, and that'll be your answer. Life is a mirror at the end of the day. Life is your reflection of your internal stuff.
Right.
Damn right.
So yes, thanks for having us.
That concludes the episode.
Yeah.
Hope you guys liked it. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
If you guys liked the episode, don't forget to check out their podcast on
YouTube.
on YouTube, but it's called
Platiquitas Sabrosonas.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the. What?
Nothing. Juicy combos.
I'll see you guys on the next episode. Si no nos cancelan. So.
For real.